2016 Fusion and you get the S model, it would only come with the 2.5 liter, and that gives you about 175 horsepower with 22 in the city and about 34 on the highway. Another motor option, if you was to get this vehicle, is a 2.0 liter EcoBoost, which gives you 240 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque, and you get about 22 in the city and 31 on the highway, and that also comes with the all-wheel drive. Lastly, the last motor option which this vehicle has is the 1.5 liter EcoBoost, and you get 181 horsepower, 185 pound-feet of torque. You get 22 in the city and 34 on the highway. Now that we know all the engine options and the specs of the motors, let's hop in the interior and check it out. Inside, we do have this nice looking screen that gives you a lot of functions for like your entertainment. You could go to like your radio, your SD cards. Of course, you have Bluetooth capability, and also you have touchscreen ways to get into the climate sections, where you could just customize your seating settings. Also, you have dual climate control for AC and heat and everything like that. And then you also have the information system, which pretty much give you a variety of information like where are you now and the apps and stuff that you have on the car. And also you can be connected to your phone or multiple other phones, that's if you have multiple drivers of the vehicle. And then of course down below, of course, you have the hard buttons. That's typical in each car with heated seats available. And of course your CD player. And on your steering wheel, of course, you have controls on the left hand and right hand side of the steering wheel. On the left hand side, you're able to control the functions inside the instrument cluster. You have all these options of display mode, which you can change the display in the car. You can get the miles to empty, and then you can just get the RPM gauge. Also, you can go into your trip 1 and trip 2. You can go into your fuel economy mode, which shows you how much your average fuel economy, and it also showed you like a live data stream when you're driving. Also, you have driver assist, which give you your traction control and rear parking aid. And then you have your settings, which you can do some functions to my key, which pretty much lets you control like the speed and everything of the vehicle if you just have like a younger driver. You also have the data set up. So you have some pretty nice gadgets you can go into. And on the right hand side, you're able to control functions in the instrument cluster as well, but also functions of the radio. You can go into the AM, FM series, Bluetooth. You can get your compass, your phone, your climate. And then of course you have the Bluetooth connection on the steering wheel, the volume up and down control, the skip. You can skip songs and stations or whatever off the radio. And then of course you have your normal cruise control functions. 6-speed automatic. It actually has sport mode, which gives you a select shift right here on the side. And then you have your parking brake. Alright you guys, so now we on the road, and just off the bat, driving position is pretty nice in this car, man. You can sit upright and pretty much see everything in front of you. It's a good visibility, unlike like a Challenger or something where the windshield is like tilted and it's kind of awkward to see out of it. The 9 and 2 position is pretty good. You do have steering wheel bolsters on the sides, so like if you get into like your racing mode, you can easily have somewhere to put your thumbs and just take control of the car. Other than that, man, we're cruising right now at the normal speed, which is 45 miles an hour. Don't have no wind noise, which you shouldn't in the 2016. I'm getting right now about 30 miles per gallon right now. I'm just cruising, and we're going over bumps a little bit. You really don't feel it. It's pretty much a smooth ride right now, man. It's really cool. It's a smooth ride, and it just feels spacious. You're not crammed up. It feels like you have a lot of room just to relax. Now, some things I am noticing, you do have a soft touch center console. Like I'm resting my elbow on it right now. It's pretty cool. Like it's like no firmness to it at all. And this car right here does have like black cloth seats with white stitching. It's pretty nice. If you was to get any other model, you do have the option of getting like black seats with red stitching. That's pretty sweet as well. Now also the steering wheel, just to note, it's a great size, but also is so convenient with all the buttons. on the steering wheel, and they place perfectly. Like I can literally just go into the instrument cluster by a press of a button, and I'm really not even really moving my hands from taking control of the steering wheel. It's literally you just moving your thumb and you're able to do pretty much anything on the instrument cluster and with the radio functions as well. Speaking of the radio functions, it's literally right here. I'm not even like stretching my arm all the way out, and I can touch anything on this radio, including the touch screen. I can get into functions easy. The computer on here is very fast and responsive. So overall with the interior, man, I'll give it a thumbs up. And then of course on the left hand side you have the automatic headlight switches and the dimmers for the interior lights. All right, y'all, so I just put up on the back road, switching to sport mode. About to do a quick 0 to 60 for you. They say online that is 9.1 seconds, but we about to see.
You want to go to the
and that's 60, y'all. Yeah, so we just pulled up on that back road. I hope y'all enjoyed that little 0 to 60 time. I don't really think that was 9 seconds though. It kind of felt like 7.5, 8 seconds, man. That's what it kind of felt like. It wasn't that slow. But a quick fact about this car, man, we do have 10 speakers in this car. So it's 2 on each doors, and you got 2 subwoofers in the back. So it sounds pretty amazing. Also, these seats are very comfortable, man. I'm pretty sure you can go for a long ride in this car without getting fatigued or tired real quick. And just the overall ride quality of this Fusion is pretty good. So if you're looking into a Fusion 2014 or newer, you should get one. And then of course you got the EcoBoost motor, which is going to be amazing on gas. And you got a little exhaust noise, not that bad. I like that sound better than somebody getting a Civic and putting freaking an exhaust on there, and it just sounds stupid going down the road, man. That just be so irritating when people do that. So straight off the light, the acceleration is cool. It's a little bit that throws you back in your seat just a little bit. It's not nothing crazy because it is an EcoBoost motor, but it's good enough to get you around town and get you off the light fast enough. The steering wheel, the steering control on this car is pretty nice. It's pretty direct. So, in other words, if you crash in this car, you're really just doing the most. like if you lose control in this car, you're really just doing the most. If you're going on a long trip, I think this car would be a good selection, a good choice. Like I said, it's comfortable. There's plenty enough room in the back where you can bring your friends along. You're going to get good gas mileage, and you're going to travel in style. And of course, if you want to have fun, you always got sport mode. So, that's my review for you guys today, man. I'm about to keep driving. I thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe, smash the like button, and comment below.